Hello, everybody. This is Nikki. Welcome to the channel. We are going to do a reading on Kendrick Lamar. He's an American rapper and songwriter. I don't know who this person is. I don't listen to rap. So somebody in the comment section asked me to do this reading. So we're going to see. I don't know if he has a woman. Um, I don't know if he's in movies. I just don't know the guy because I don't listen to that kind of music. So like I said in other readings, because I don't listen to that kind of music, maybe that's a good thing because I could be, you know, it wouldn't make me, give like a fake reading or something like that, or being impartial. I just don't know the guy. Okay. So let's see. I know one time my best friend, she asked me, she said, "Do you know who Nicki Minaj?" No, it wasn't Nicki Minaj. It was, she asked me if I knew who Megan Thee Stallion was. I said, "Is she a wrestler?" She said, "Girl, no, she a singer, a rapper." I'm like, "Oh, okay. That's just how it is with me and rap music. I just don't know." All right, a messages here on Kendrick Lamar. If there's someone you all want me to do a reading in, just put it in the comments. Okay, Kendrick Lamar's energy. His name is Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Okay, um, he is regarded as one of the greatest rappers of all time. He was awarded the 2018 Pulitzer Prize for music, becoming the first musician outside of the classical and jazz genres to receive the honor. Born in Compton, California, he began releasing music under the stage name K. Dot while attending high school. Okay, he signed with Top Dog Entertainment in 2025 and 2005 and co-founded the hip hop supergroup Black Hippie, which I've never heard of. So, messages on Kendrick Lamar. Standing his ground, being patient. And patience is a virtue. He possibly has issues with being patient. Recognition and reward, being rewarded. Yeah, like that Pulitzer Prize, being recognized here. Recognition and reward. Obviously, that was something that he worked hard for, and he deserved it. I'm sure he'll have other instances of being recognized for something too, whatever it is that he's doing. And he deserves to be seen and heard all over the universe, all over the world. But he has an issue with being patient. I feel like at some point, he just wanted instant fame, but it takes a minute to get to where he is, working very hard. Messages on Kendrick Lamar, please, Spirit. Okay, we have Destiny. Emotional withdrawal. Sometimes he pulls away, though. Sometimes he may have to pull away from the spotlight just to get some rest, just to write, produce whatever it is he's doing with his life. I feel like sometimes he just needs to just shut down because he's patiently waiting for something, waiting on some sort of um, payout. Not doesn't necessarily have to be a monetary payout, but his destiny is for what it is he's doing. He's building his financial harvest. He's building this harvest. He's possibly doing something with maybe stashing it away, doing a lot of prayer. I'm hearing a lot of people pray for him, like intercessory prayer. He's very, very within his faith, I feel. But sometimes he just likes to just be alone and be in his thoughts. He possibly could be an empath. A lot of things affect him. He picks up on a lot of people's energy, whether it's good, bad, happy, sad, indifferent. He picks up on it quite well. And sometimes he has to just chill by himself and pray and release and a lot of meditation and kind of like, I need to clear this energy. I don't know if he does something with crystals, maybe wearing crystal bracelets or something like that. Whatever he's doing, I feel like it's working for him. And he definitely has a destiny to be who he is, to be in the spotlight, to move forward. Okay. He's definitely in a good place. Okay. Messages on Kendrick Lamar. He's done a wonderful job. It's time to move on to the next project. More awards, maybe scholarships, possibly helping you go to college or something like that. and they're being promoted to graduation, and maybe he's going to help people get scholarships, maybe having a scholarship program in his name or something like that. He's doing a wonderful job no matter what it is, and it's time for him to do something else, the next project. He got the world. Very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. Yeah, he's definitely a protector, I feel too. Protector of the universe. He could be doing a lot around the world. Maybe doing some touring, speaking engagements, speaking at graduations, different things like that. And if he graduated from high school, like I said, I don't know. He's possibly going back to his alma mater to speak to the students there. Situation doesn't serve you, release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. He doesn't like to be in messy situations. He doesn't like to be for people to talk about him in a negative way or just to be around a bunch of negativity. That's why I feel like he's an empath. He doesn't, the energy he picks up on is pretty much debilitating. He doesn't like that heavy stuff. He has to let it go and move on. He doesn't like to be stuck in one place for a long period of time. He doesn't allow grass to grow under his feet. Very determined and self-control, always advancing himself to the next level, and acknowledgement of success by others, rewarded, being appreciated. People love them some Kendrick Lamar. Okay, so I feel like he does a lot with youth. I'm hearing also he does a lot with at risk youth. Okay, let's get some more messages for him. His energy, Kendrick Lamar. What is going on with his energy, please? Let's see. Okay. Wow. Yeah. He could be going through something emotional right now. Maybe being really tired. I feel like he works himself too much. Works himself into a stupor. Maybe tired, too tired to move on to the next phase until he gets some rest. That's why sometimes I feel he has to shut down. He overextends himself a lot because I think he has this fear of failure. He's always reaching for the next thing. Yeah, he could be going through something as far as a relationship is concerned. I feel like he doesn't like hurting people's feelings, but they don't care. They don't give two shits about how they care about him. So he has to shut down to heal. To he's just an emotional being. I just feel like he's an empath. He's very, very intense, very, very spiritual, and people may not know that about him. That he picks up on people's, and he's like a sponge. He picks up on people's energy. Ooh, so intensely, possibly to where he has so many body aches and pains, different things like that. But he doesn't give. He really does not care who's. I won't say he doesn't care whose feelings he hurt, because he's not going to stay in a situation that does not serve him. He's not going to waste his time like that. I can love you until I'm blue in the face, but I'm not going to let you treat me any kind of way. I'm bouncing. Goodbye. He could be getting a divorce, breaking up with someone. He does a lot of soul searching, a lot of introspecting, and he likes to be alone. The lovers. He likes to be alone. He may be single now. He likes the idea of being single until he's ready to commit to somebody. Very much into his higher self. He's a hard ass worker. He does not mind walking away from somebody or something that's not serve. He will walk away so fast before you even blink. No, if I know that there is some sort of energy around me that's dark, dense, dirty, I don't want to be a part of it. I'm done. He will walk away before the tower hits because he feels it. He knows when the situation is not good for him. He will walk away. Okay. If he's getting ready to go on a trip or something like that and something's telling him don't travel, don't get on the airplane, he will not move. Nope. He will not be caught by surprise. Nope. Yeah. I got him being upset about a connection. He could be in breaking up with somebody, or this has already taken place. Yeah, we broke up. It didn't work out. I'm getting back to work. It's like I'm not gonna let that shit hold me down. I'm getting back to work. I'm very diligent. I know what it is I want. I have some high standards. I'm not gonna let you waste my time. So I feel like he does things over and over again to perfect his craft. Okay, messages on Kendrick Lamar's energy, please, Spirit. What else do we have to say? More messages on Kendrick Lamar. He could have the tendency to fall in love kind of quick. But when you know what you want, then what difference does it make? Okay. I have here the Ace of Cups, and I have this Nine of Pentacles. Love. He loves hard. Number 19 could resonate with his energy. Okay, it looks like Kendrick Lamar has a birthday coming up on June 17th. That would make him a Gemini. So happy early birthday to Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. But when he loves hard. Okay. Um, he inspires a lot of people too. A whole lot of people. He's always looking for the next thing. He's not a stagnant kind of person. He does not let grass grow under his feet. He's very blessed. He's a giving person too. He does not falter when it comes to finances. He could be moving, getting a new home, building a new home or something like that. Something that's like off the beaten path, around a lot of forestry, foliage, different things like that. Even could be near water. Okay. He loves solitude. He loves peace. Okay. Yeah, he does not like sneaky people in sneaky situations. Like I said, he's very intuitive, very into his feelings and emotions, and in tune with his higher self, in tune with the universe. I'm hearing in tune with his higher self, and therefore being in tune with the universe. He can tell when when people are up to no good, when a bunch of BS is around. He knows when people, he don't let people get away with anything. He knows. You think you may be getting away with this. You think may be getting away with that, but I don't know what the hell is going on. You may not think I do, but I do. Okay. He's definitely stepping into his leadership role as a person, a man, could be a father, whatever the situation is. He's a very protector, so he protects a lot of people as well as himself. But first and foremost, he protects himself. So he knows stuff. He just knows some things. Okay. What else do we need to know about him? Okay, we have the two of cups, we have the magician, and we got the lovers. Hmm. He wants a undefiled relationship. He's a great manifester. There could be two. I don't want to say two women in his life, but he could have been in love in the past very deeply, and he could be in love now very deeply. He feels relationships are very serious. He doesn't like to cheat on his women. I just feel like when he loves this person. He possibly has someone from his past who he loved. He could have cheated, in the relationship, left somebody and went to be with somebody else, or loves two people at the same time. It is possible to be in love with two people at the same time. Okay? Doesn't mean it's right. Yeah, he could have had a affair or cheated or something. He's a human, no matter what. He's a human being. Everybody got problems. He could have had a child with somebody he was hooking up with, broke up with one person, and ended up having a child with somebody else, but ended up going back to his original person. Something like that. Yeah. He could have two children by one person. And he wants a family. He he could I don't want to say this, but he could have two families. Or he could, been in a family, a relationship with one person, broke up with that person and created a family with somebody else. I see two families here. This could be his biological family. This could be the family he grew up in. He wants those same kind of morals and convictions in his lifestyle, in his family. But he's a very powerful person, very very powerful, and it could be the Gemini in him, and he could just have people have mistakes. People do things that they sometimes regret. It's not always the best, but it is what it is. Everybody's not. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. He's not perfect. So what else is going on here? Messages surrounding Kendrick. Yeah, I feel like he has another family, two families, and he has some regrets. I'm sure we all have regrets. We all got skeletons in our closet or whatever. But he does have regrets. Okay, but especially about a money situation to where he has to pay a female. It could be about child support or something like that. It could be some energy around him working with somebody. Could have hooked up with somebody he was working with, had like a little tryst or something like that. But I do see some energy around him having to pay out money for somebody. He could be taking care of his family. He could be taking care of his family financially as well. There somebody maybe is worried about money, and I feel like when he's already made his plans for when he passes away. We all gonna have our death date, and I feel like he has like a family tomb or a mausoleum or something like that, to where they're putting all of their bodies in it, like the pushing it in a wall or something like that. So I feel like that's already done. All they got to do is just put me in a wall. Already made his plans, and so his family won't be burdened. Everything is already set in stone for what his final wishes, that kind of stuff. He loves to plan ahead. He doesn't like anything to sneak up on him. I wouldn't be surprised if he had his own tarot deck too. Let's get some final messages here. Final messages for Kendrick Lamar, please, Spirit. What's ahead for him this 2025 year? What's headed toward Kendrick Lamar? He needs to get some rest. Like I said, taking a break. He needs to take a break at times. Sometimes he doesn't want to, but I feel it's needed at times. He's just because he's an empath, he feels stuff a little more deeply than others. So a lot of people may make him a little nervous, but that's the kind of lifestyle he's in. But he knows he has to take a break at times. Yeah, he has a lot of emotions. He feels some disappointments in his life. Maybe somebody passed away in his life or something like that, and he's grieving something that recently ended or something. But yeah, he gives so much of himself, and no matter what people say or do, he still helps people, conflict and all. There have been a lot of instances in his life to where he's given too much to the very people that did him wrong. But his character, that's his one character flaw, to give beyond what he should, no matter what people, no matter how people treat them, and he treats him, instead of walking away, he does for them. He gives them. He takes care of them and goes on about his business. It's not like I forgot what you did or what you said. I'm gonna always remember, but I'm still gonna do right by you because I believe in karma. I'm disappointed in what you said and how you treated me. I'm not abandoning you. I'm helping you out, but we're going in opposite directions. Okay, I'm gonna always remember how you made me feel. He's just that kind of person. Always giving. a giving soul. That's just who he is. Through his hard work and dedication and productivity, it's my responsibility to do what I need to do so the ones I love are cared for abundantly. Abundantly, so there could be a situation to where he's communicating with someone. Maybe he needs to talk to a therapist or have talked to a therapist, or he's already a natural leader, or also he could be speaking to somebody who's reading for him, doing tarot readings for him, reading his energy, that kind of stuff. Or he could be reading people's energies. He could be doing readings for people, to see how good he could be at it. But yeah, this is a reading here for Kendrick Lamar. Like I said, I don't know anything about him other than what we just talked about here. Put in the comments if you want me to read for on someone else. Final card we have for Mr. Kendrick Lamar is the Magician. Everything. He's everything he's cracked up to be and more. Everything he touched turns to gold. He shares that gold. He shares his income with other people, even if they treat him in a not so good way, because he don't roll like that. All right. I'll talk to you later.